top stories. School restarts next week with all teachers reinstated. $17,000 will be donated to hard-hit East Caribbean states, and riots erupt in Brazil ahead of the World Cup finals. Welcome to Nation News for Friday, January 3rd. I am Natasha Beckles.
You want your loved ones around to celebrate, especially those living far. And with Digicel Top-Up, Dad can help you bring life to the party and be part of the celebration. Ask him to send you Digicel Minutes. Receive free instant additional credit. Stay connected here and there. Ask your family abroad to send Digicel Minutes today.
All teachers have been reinstated and school will commence as usual at the start of next week. This assurance comes from President of the Barbados Union of Teachers, Pedro Shepherd, after a 2.5-hour meeting with over 300 teachers at the Barbados Workers Union headquarters at Solidarity House this afternoon. Mr. Shepherd noted that a number of suggestions had come about during the meeting that could help government to avoid sending home teachers and other public sector workers.
We are proposing that there be a reduction in the number of statutory boards, and I believe some of the unions would have called for that already, but we are supporting that call for the reduction in the number of statutory boards through merging, and we believe that government too can examine a number of other programs with a view of reducing some of the unnecessary ones, because there is a lot of duplication in government, and once government can cut out some of the duplication, I believe that we would see that there is not the need for a number of statutory boards in Barbados.
In related news, Nation News was at the Drainage Division in Pine Road this morning, where some workers gathered in the yard awaiting assignment. On Tuesday, over 300 workers from that division were told by management they had lost their jobs with immediate effect as part of government's program to lower its deficit by cutting its wage bill. Management and office staff declined to comment. However, employee Carolyn Corbin, who was appointed, said while she was grateful that she was not severed, there is certainty that the cuts will affect efficiency.
The group I was working with, we were working very hard. It's a very hard working group, and it's very, very hard. And the situation now where you have less persons working, it can be difficult.
The East Caribbean Conference of Seventhday Adventist is donating $17,000 to the islands affected by recent bad weather. $7,000 will go to St. Lucia and $10,000 to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But Assistant Personal Ministries and Community Services Director of the conference, Pastor Haldane Graves, said that was not all. Pastor Danforth Francis added that the Caribbean Union of SDA, based in Trinidad and Tobago, has also contributed $15,000 for the relief project. SDA churches in the islands affected are also counseling those who have lost loved ones or their homes.
At Courts, every day we bring affordability, convenience, innovation, and style to over 1 million customers in 11 countries. From homes to communities, we are proud to make a difference in the lives of many across the region. Courts, bringing value home.
We go to Guyana now, where vendors in the Water Street area are complaining about unsanitary conditions in Georgetown. They say they maintain the area year-round, but the other vendors who only come out at Christmas left the mess behind, and now they were told they would have to pay to clean it. In Jamaica, Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller wrapped up a travel bill of 50 million Jamaica dollars last year, and even though the country is grappling with crippling debt and is under an International Monetary Fund austerity program, Jamaicans are not complaining about the figure. They say the Prime Minister must be allowed to travel to court new investors to help the country to develop. Observers caution, however, that Simpson Miller should carry the right people with her so that the trips bear fruit. However, they remain concerned about her silence on critical issues affecting the country. And internationally, Brazil has created a special riot force to help police control demonstrations expected during the Football World Cup later this year. 10,000 riot troops have been selected from state police forces across the country and will be deployed in the 12 hosting cities. Authorities are expecting a repeat of the violent demonstrations which took place last year during the hosting of the Confederations Cup. The Black Bloc movement has announced that they will be demonstrating from the opening game of the World Cup, which will run from June 12th to July 13th. In sport, we hear from Shaka Mears on the Volley Barbados Championships.
Last night at the Segarfield Sobers Gymnasium, the semi-finals of the 2014 Volley Barbados Championships ended with University of British Columbia making it through to the finals to compete for the win up against Montreal University. UBC secured their place after beating Calgary University in the second match of the night, 25-20, 25-15, and 25-12. Montreal's opponents, Brandon University, made them work harder for their place, however. During the epic bout that lasted 5 games, audience members witnessed some choice spikes delivered by both teams. Though Brandon University took the win for the first 2 games, scoring 25-21 and 27-25, Montreal pulled back with vigor, winning 25-13, 25-18, and 15-10.
And there we have it. The defending champions, Montreal University.
Coach of the Montreal team, Olivier Trudel, gave his after-match comments, saying there was room for improvement, but he was quite pleased with how the girls played.
There's always room to improve because I'm a coach, right? So I always expect a little bit better. But I'm mainly satisfied tonight. I think you got to give them credit. I'll tell them that they can enjoy 15 minutes of fame, and then we'll start thinking of tomorrow.
The 2014 Volley Barbados Championships are set to conclude tonight at the Segarfield Sobers Gymnasium. This has been Shaka Mears reporting for Nation News.
And that's Nation News for Friday, January 3rd. I am Natasha Beckles. Do enjoy your weekend.